who's the chemist that puts the chemistry into that blood? The answer is the brain is the chemist. And then comes the most important, what chemicals should the brain put into the blood? Because if you change the chemicals, you change the fate of the cells. So here's the answer. Whatever picture you hold in your mind, the brain translates that picture into chemistry that complements that picture and puts that chemistry in the blood, and the body responds to the picture in your mind. And I go, why is that relevant? I said, I could have a picture of health, or I could have a picture of fear. I say, well, that's different chemistry. When you're in love, the brain releases love chemistry, which is like dopamine, pleasure. That's why falling in love, oh, it's so great, it's pleasure. It also releases oxytocin, which bonds you to the source of your love. It releases another chemical, vasopressin, that makes you more attractive to your partner, so that your biology is now, advertising, I'm a healthy, happy person, vasopressin. But the big one is this. Growth hormone is released into the blood when you're in love. And I go, so why is it relevant? I say, then tell me, what is the consequence of a picture of love? I said, the chemistry of the body provides extreme health. That's why people, when they fall in love, they glow, they're so healthy, everything's like, oh my God, I love my life. I go, that's chemistry, okay? Now let's just give today's chemistry in fear. I say, well, what's the chemistry that comes out in fear? I go, oh, none of that love chemistry is coming out here. A picture of fear in my mind causes stress hormones, cortisol, things like that, and factors that shut down the immune system. They're called cytokines. And so the blood of a person in love has a different chemistry than the blood of a person in fear. And the thing that people have to understand is this. This is like, now comes the critical moment of what? And I say, a cell can be in growth, or a cell can be in protection, but a cell can't be in both at the same time. I go, what do you mean? I say, growth, I move to a stimulus, like someone I love or something I like, I move to it, and I'm open. I take it in. Love, I want to be open. I want to assimilate it. Joy, I want it open. I want to take it in. And I say, so growth is going to a stimulus, open. I say, what about protection? I go, oh, if there's a stimulus out there that you are in fear of, you don't go to the stimulus, you go away from the stimulus. I say, do you stay open? I say, absolutely not. You close yourself down to protect yourself. So I say, what's the point? Growth, you move to the stimulus. Fear, you move away from the stimulus. Growth, you stay open to take it in. Fear, you close yourself down to protect it. And I go, oh my God, you can't do both of those at the same time. And all of a sudden you start to realize, our biology is now based on whether we're open to be in love or we're closed because we're in fear. And I say, well, here we are today, ladies and gentlemen. This is the state of fear that is compromising not just your growth and maintenance of your body, but it's shutting off your immune system, opening us to disease. And this is the biggest problem that we have to face is, what is your consciousness? Because your consciousness is going to control the fate of your biology. And then you go, wow. And I go, that's the new science of epigenetics, number one. But let me add this, Brian, because this is, I think, the most important fact, and it's really hard for people to take this fact in, but it's a fact of science. And that is this. The most valid science on planet Earth is called quantum physics. There is no science that has been tested more, affirmed more, proven to be more truthful than quantum physics, the most truthful science on the planet. So if you're going to question a science, the last one you would question is quantum physics. I go, so what's relevant? The first principle of quantum physics is consciousness is creating your life experience. The biology we just talked about is the interface of how consciousness controls the chemistry from the brain, which controls your life experiences, your genetics, your behavior, and the character of your life. And I say, why is it relevant? Because the first principle, as a fact, is we are creating our life experiences with our consciousness. And then the question is, where are you getting your consciousness from? What information are you putting in there? Because that information will be translated directly into your biology. And all of a sudden I say, well, we're sure as heck not given, hey, things are okay. We're being told we're all going to die. And I go, whoa, put that picture in your mind and let me know what kind of chemistry is coming out of your brain. Well, I can tell you stress hormones and cytokines. And this is where the problem is coming from.